She never thought you would actually walk away, and that silence you kept, that calm, quiet dignity, changed everything. If this is your first time here, take a second and subscribe. This channel is for men who are done over explaining themselves, men who are learning to let their actions do the talking, men who are ready to understand the power they carry. Hit that subscribe button. Stay with me, because what comes next may be the most important thing you hear all year. Now, let's talk about what really happened. She hurt you. Maybe she dismissed you. Maybe she disrespected you. Maybe she took your kindness and mistook it for weakness. Maybe she walked away believing you would chase her, believing you would beg, believing you would fall apart. But you didn't. You went silent, not because you had nothing to say. You had everything to say, but you chose silence. And that choice, that one quiet decision, rewired something in her mind that she still has not recovered from. This is not about games. This is not about manipulation. This is about something much deeper, something rooted in the psychology of attraction, something buried in the ancient wiring that pulls a person back towards someone they thought they had left behind. The man who stays silent after being hurt is not weak. He is the man who has finally found himself. And she can feel that. She can feel it even from a distance. She may not understand it yet, but something inside her knows she walked away from something real. Let's start at the beginning. Let's start with identity. Most men, when they get hurt, do one of two things. They explode or they fall apart. They either flood the other person with anger and arguments, or they collapse inward, apologizing for things that were never theirs to carry. But underneath both reactions come from the same place. They are both a man asking for permission. Permission to feel, permission to matter, permission to exist in someone else's eyes. But the man who goes quiet, the man who takes the pain and still walks with his head steady, is not asking for permission. He has stopped waiting for someone else to validate him. And that shift, that inner shift, is visible. People can feel it even when they cannot explain it. She can feel it. She felt the moment you stopped needing her approval, and it scared her because she had gotten used to being needed. She had gotten used to having power over your emotions. When that power disappeared, when she reached for it and found nothing there, something in her panicked, not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly. In the late hours of the night, in the spaces between her thoughts, in the place where she thought she would feel relief and found confusion instead. That is the truth no one talks about. When a man takes himself back, the woman who underestimated him starts questioning everything. She starts wondering if she made a mistake. She starts wondering if what she had was more valuable than she knew. And she cannot fully let it go, not because she is weak, but because something in her recognizes what you became. Now, let's talk about attraction. Real attraction. Not the kind built on flattery and pursuit. The kind rooted in self-possession, in composure, in a man so grounded in who he is that he no longer bends to the emotional temperature of the room. Most men think attraction is built by doing more, calling more, saying more, giving more. And for a while, that can seem like it works, but it builds the wrong thing. It builds dependence, not desire. It builds obligation, not longing. The man who does less, who moves at his own pace, who does not rush to fill every silence, who does not chase what pulled away, creates something inside a woman's mind that she cannot easily settle. He becomes a question she keeps coming back to. He becomes the chapter she never finished. He becomes the choice that stays in the back of her mind long after she thought she had moved on. That is not manipulation. That is the natural outcome of a man who chose himself over the comfort of her approval. You did not play hard to get. You simply became someone worth getting, and there is a massive difference between those two things. One is an act, the other is a transformation. She is not drawn back to a tactic. She is drawn back to the man you have become, the man who no longer needs to raise his voice to be heard, the man who no longer feels the need to justify his pain to anyone, the man who looked at everything that happened between you and chose to build something better from the wreckage. That man is magnetic. Not because he is trying to be, but because he simply is. Now, let's go deeper. Let's talk about self-respect. Self-respect is not an attitude. It is not a performance. It is not something you wear so you can look confident in public. Self-respect is private. It is the standard you hold when no one is watching. It is the boundary you protect. Not because someone told you to, but because you know your own worth. Most men were never taught this. They were taught to provide. They were taught to protect. They were taught to endure. But they were never taught to honor themselves the way they honor their word. And so when someone hurts them, they absorb it. They downplay it. They tell themselves, it was not that bad. They go back. They try again. Not because the situation deserved more chances, but because they were never taught that sometimes walking away is the most powerful thing a man can do. The man who stays in something that shrinks him is not loyal. He is afraid. Afraid of the emptiness. Afraid of starting over. Afraid that without her he will not know who he is. But the man who leaves quietly or who endures quietly and rebuilds quietly discovers something most men never do. He discovers that he is enough. Not perfect, not without flaws, but enough, complete, capable, worthy of something real. And once a man discovers that, he cannot unlearn it. He carries it into every room, every conversation, every silence, and people feel it. She feels it. The man who used to ache for her attention no longer needs it, and somehow, almost unbelievably, that makes her want to give it. This is the quiet irony of masculine self-respect. The less a man needs approval, the more he commands it, not by demanding it, not by performing for it, simply by being a man who has decided that his own reflection is worthy of respect. Let's talk about purpose now, because this is where most men lose themselves. When a relationship ends or when someone wounds them deeply, many men pour all of that energy into obsessing over what happened. They replay conversations, they overanalyze messages, they search for the exact moment it all went wrong. And they do this for months, sometimes years, not because they are weak, but because they were deeply invested in something that truly mattered to them, and they never learned how to redirect that energy. Purpose is the answer to that. Not distraction, not replacement, purpose. When a man finds what he is here to build, what he is here to create, what mark he is here to leave on this world, he stops having room for obsession. He stops having the bandwidth to focus on what she is doing, who she is with, or whether she still thinks about him, because he is too busy becoming the man he was always meant to be. And that transformation, that quiet, daily, almost invisible process of becoming is more attractive than anything he could have said in the heat of that argument. She does not miss the version of you that needed her. She misses the version of you she caught glimpses of, the version that laughed freely, the version that moved with certainty, the version that made her feel like she was standing next to a man who knew exactly where he was going. That version was always you. It was just buried under the weight of trying to keep her. When you stopped trying to keep her, you found yourself again. And who you are is remarkable. Let's talk about masculine grounding. Grounded men are rare, not because men cannot become that way, but because the world does not always teach men how to sit with discomfort without numbing it or exploding under it. Grounding is not stoicism for the sake of appearances. It is not suppression. It is not pretending you do not feel. Grounding is the ability to feel everything and still move with intention, to be in pain and still choose your next step wisely, to be disappointed and still show up the next morning, to be betrayed and still refuse to become bitter. That last one is the hardest because bitterness feels like protection. It feels like building a wall so you never get hurt like that again. But bitterness is not protection. It is a prison, and the man who stays bitter is not punishing the person who hurt him. He is punishing every good thing that could have come next. The grounded man feels the hurt. He does not deny it. He sits with it. He lets it teach him. He takes everything useful from it, and then he lets it go. Not because he has forgotten, but because he has decided his future is worth more than his resentment. That is masculine grounding. That is the kind of inner work that does not always show on the surface, but she can feel it. She felt it when you stopped arguing back. She felt it when you stopped explaining. She felt it when you looked at her without desperation in your eyes, and she saw something there she had not seen before: steadiness, depth, a man who was no longer available to be thrown off by her moods, a man who had finally planted his feet, and that image of you stayed with her. She still carries it now. Let me tell you an uncomfortable truth. Most people only realize the value of what they lost when they see it reflected in who you became. She did not know what she had when she had it. That is not cruelty. That is human nature. We grow comfortable with what is familiar. We stop seeing it clearly. But the moment it is gone, the moment absence takes the place of presence, everything sharpens. Suddenly, what felt ordinary begins to feel rare. And she starts remembering not just the arguments, not just the frustration. She remembers the way you used to look at her. She remembers what it felt like to be chosen. She remembers the quiet moments she brushed aside back then but cannot stop thinking about now. And she wonders. She wonders if you think about her. She wonders if you are okay. She wonders if the silence means you have moved on or if you are still processing it all. And the fact that she does not know, the fact that your silence gives her nothing to hold on to, that uncertainty is more powerful than any speech you could have given her. Silence in this moment is not absence. It is presence, quiet, dignified, immovable presence. And it says more than any words she expected from you. Here's another truth. You were not silent because you gave up. You were silent because you respected yourself too much to beg for something that should have been freely given. And that difference matters to you in the long run. It will matter to her too. The man who begged becomes someone she lost respect for. The man who stayed silent becomes someone she cannot stop thinking about. Not because he was cold, not because he was playing games, but because he was whole. And wholeness in a man is not something a woman easily forgets. Now, let me speak to the part of you that is still hurting because you are. Even the strongest man who made the right choice still carries weight from what happened. There is a version of you that still wishes it had ended differently, that still wonders what you could have said or done to make her stay. That still picks up his phone sometimes and almost types something. That version of you is valid. That version of you is human. Do not be ashamed of him. He is the version that loved, and loving is not weakness. Loving deeply, honestly, without an agenda is one of the bravest things a man can do. The pain you feel matches the depth of what you gave, so do not minimize it. But do not let it define what comes next. The pain is the past. The silence is the bridge. And on the other side of that bridge is the man you are becoming. A man who has been tested. A man who has been refined. A man who now knows what he will tolerate and what he will not. A man who knows the difference between love and the need to be needed. A man who knows that choosing himself is not selfish. It is the foundation of everything real he will ever build. Let's talk about what comes after, because this is not just about her. It never was just about her. It is about you, the version of you that exists on the other side of this. The version of you that wakes up one morning and does not check his phone first. The version of you that fills his days with things that mean something to him. The version of you that walks into a room and does not search it for her presence. The version of you that has become so focused on building something real that the old wound has turned into a scar. Scars do not hurt, they simply prove that you survived. And surviving with dignity is not a small thing. It is everything. The man who walks through fire without turning into ash is the man other people instinctively look toward. Not because he talks loudly about what he survived, but because they can see in his eyes that he has been through something and came out whole. She will see that too. Whether she says it or not, whether she ever reaches out or not, she will see it. And she will know that the silence she received was not the silence of a man who lost. It was the silence of a man who chose himself. And that choice changed everything. Let me say something about what you deserve. You deserve someone who does not make you feel like a problem to be managed. You deserve someone who sees your silence as depth, not coldness, who sees your steadiness as strength, not dullness, who sees your loyalty as a gift, not something guaranteed. There are women in this world who understand the value of a man like you. Women who have lived enough to know what they want. Women who are not drawn to chaos and performance. Women who want something real, something steady, something built on truth. That man is you. You are not too much. You are not too intense. You are not too serious. You are simply not for everyone. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you stop shrinking yourself into a shape that fits someone who cannot hold you. The right person will not ask you to become smaller. The right person will stand beside you in that quiet, steady space and call it home. That is what is coming. But first, you have to be willing to let go of what was wrong for you, so you can make room for what is right. And that is the hardest part, because what was wrong for you felt so right in the beginning. It felt like the thing you had been waiting for. And maybe parts of it were. Maybe she was exactly what you needed in order to become who you are now. Not the destination, but the catalyst. Not the whole story, but the chapter that made the next one possible. Honor that. Carry no bitterness. Hold no resentment. Take what she taught you, willingly or not, and build with it. The silence she gave you became your strength. The pain she left you became your clarity. The absence she created became the space where you found yourself. That is not a tragedy. That is the beginning of the most important story you will ever live. The story of the man who was hurt and stayed silent, who chose himself over chaos, who built his life with the quiet discipline of someone who knows that the best revenge is not revenge at all. It is becoming someone your younger self would have admired, someone your future self will thank you for becoming. That man is here. He has always been here. He was only waiting for the silence to clear enough so he could finally hear himself. Now he can. Now you can. You already know what to do. You already know what kind of man you want to be. The path is in front of you, the noise is behind you, and the silence she could not forget. That silence is your foundation now. Build on it. Build slowly. Build intentionally. Build like a man who knows that what he creates will last, because it will. You will last. If this reached something in you today, subscribe to this channel. Not for motivation you will forget by tomorrow, but for reminders of who you already are. For the kind of truth that sounds like silence and feels like solid ground. Subscribe and come back tomorrow, because this is only